Hi, everyone. So today, I want to wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. And with this Thanksgiving energy, this is all about like having gratitude and appreciating things. And with that energy, when you start appreciating what you have, you are actually able to tap into your intuition and start manifesting things. And so, what today's reading, I wanted to tap into that energy and really show you guys as a collective what you're bringing towards you, what you're manifesting. And then I also wanted to do a pick a pile. And so if you go back to the thumbnail of this live stream, I'm going to have three different piles for you guys to choose from. And so I'm going to be, I already pre-pulled cards for them, but then I'm also going to be using the Sacred Destiny deck and pulling more cards for that. And so we're going to tap into your message. But I want to start with the collective's message. And I want to say that even though I'm filming this on Thanksgiving, this is going to be a timeless reading. So whenever you click on this video, if you're drawn to watch it, just take the video how it resonates. It's going to apply differently for everyone, especially the collective reading, since it's meant for so many different people. And so let's just tap into the collective's energy, and then we'll move along into the pick piles. Okay, we got the Empress card. And so that just flipped over before I really got to shuffle there. And this is really fitting because this Empress card, it's all about like having the light with the dark and the shadows and the subconscious. And so what this is telling me is that with the collective, with manifesting, this is exactly what I was picking up with by being grateful for things without necessarily focusing on manifestation right now, because today it's about like being grateful for the things you have in your life because you're supposed to be grateful for them. And so there's not a different motivation for it, there's a pure intent with it. And so what that is saying is to like just like this mother taking care of her unborn child, there's a pure intent with it where she's bringing it into the light and she's bringing it to life. And so that's telling me that as a collective, like you are manifesting things, but that they're not going the hold on, I'm trying to word it correctly. Things might not be going how you pictured them to go, it might not be working out how you planned it in your head, but it's still, things are coming to you. It's just different than what you expected because your subconscious is what's manifesting right now. Your conscious mind is not what's bringing the things to you. And that's what I feel like the collective needs to hear. It's like, just because you have like a certain set goal of when things are going to happen doesn't mean that they have to happen like that. You're on track to receive blessings, but I feel like it's not so much the blessings that you think it is. I feel like a lot of you guys, for the collective, it's going to be blessings in disguise. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of healing with it. And so I definitely, I'm excited to pull more cards and see what exactly this energy is. But it definitely feels like things that are not expected, but that are going to end up being life-changing and really good for us. Some of you guys, I am hearing like your health, you're going to be forced to go to the doctors for something, get something checked out, and it's actually going to lead to finding something that's actually going to be beneficial for you, where you're going to catch it earlier. And this isn't like to scare anyone, but this is saying like if you've been feeling like you need to go to the doctors or you need to take better care of yourself, definitely prioritize that. I'm hearing that you don't. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out what Spirit's saying. So for someone, Spirit's saying, don't take yourself for granted. And so this is going to show you that you need to start taking better care of yourself. And so for a lot of you guys, I'm hearing that there's going to be changes to your diet. And that's what the blessing in disguise is going to be. It's like showing you like, hey, you need to work on things so that you actually get to be as productive as you want to be, that things don't hold you back and that you don't end up hurting yourself in the long run over time and ignore the issues that are going on in your life. Oh, okay. We got another jumper. Okay. And we have the Page of Wands now. And so this is really interesting. So she's focusing her energy. Some of you guys, you're really manifesting a lot with the home, with building your foundation. Some of you guys, you're trying to move houses. And this is saying that that energy is going to happen. But a lot of you guys, this is just focusing your energy on the things that actually matter to you and reprioritizing things on your emotional focus. I feel like a lot of you guys, this is the energy that's saying that it's like, again, it's something that is happening like unexpectedly, where it's like there's like this intense energy pushing you towards something. I really feel like the subconscious energy that you put out is being grateful for the things you have in your life. And I feel like a lot of you guys haven't been prioritizing them properly. And so because you're so grateful for when you actually get to slow down and spend time, especially with your family and your loved ones, this is telling me that the collective is on track to manifest a lot of healing, especially with this card, how I was picking up health. There's going to be healing manifestations and a lot of love manifestations coming towards you, and not necessarily romantic love, but it's going to be love where you get to spend time with the people you care about. You get to actually be with them, hang out with them. And especially for you guys where you've been working a lot, I feel like this is saying there's going to be a slow down from work that is going to be a blessing in disguise. And so you guys might be upset at first because you're not working as much as you would like. You're not getting the results that you would necessarily want from work, but it's actually going to help you in your home life. And it's going to, for some of you guys, I'm hearing that you might have been having relationship troubles. And so this is telling me that you're going to be able to work out those issues because you're actually going to have time to focus on one another. So let's see if there's any more messages for the collective. Oh, okay. We have the Two of Swords. So this is telling me too that some of you guys who have been struggling with a decision or a choice that's going to be made, this is going to be forcing you to make the choice because the universe is making the choice for you. I feel like you're going to be pushed in the direction that you're meant to go in. And so, like I said, some of you guys, this is like work versus your home life, and you're going to be forced to be more with your home life, and it's actually going to lead to better things for you. And some of you, it's going to be another type of choice where I feel like if you're clouded, if you're confused, you're going to be gaining clarity on it, and the universe is going to be showing you what you need to do. Yes, because with this Four of Swords here, this is telling me that some of you guys, not even just your home life, but you need to take care of yourself. I feel like the choice could be making you focus on yourself. Some of you guys, if you've been in a relationship that's not serving you, I feel like subconsciously you've been manifesting the love that you truly deserve and the respect that you deserve. I feel like your relationship could be ending and that you're actually going to have time to heal yourself. I feel like a lot of you guys too, there's some inner demons that you haven't healed yet, and it's almost like you're reaching out towards you. And so this is telling me that you're manifesting a strength within yourself to overcome them and to face them and to deal with them. And so I feel like you might be actually struggling in the future a little bit, where you have to make a choice because you're going to have all these issues arise, and you're going to have to learn how to overcome them by focusing your energy on yourself and actually being productive with that. Because I feel like there's a lot of healing that needs to go on. And I feel like this healing starts with yourself. You need to be whole and complete before everything else in your life gets aligned. Because right now I feel like you have all these things going on, like trying to chase you, and you haven't been dealing with them. And because you haven't been dealing with them, it's going to cause bigger issues. And so your subconscious energy with the energy of the collective right now is kind of putting out this wanting to overcome it, but being afraid of it at the same time. And so that's why your subconscious is manifesting a time where you face it, so you overcome it. And so I feel like a lot of you guys, shadow work would be really beneficial for you. And yes, the back of the deck energy is the Death card reversed. And so this is telling me that currently the collective is resisting change. And this is change like with yourself, with healing, but it's also, like I said, with that Two of Swords, that choice that's coming up for you, where it's like you're being forced to go on one path. It's not necessarily going to be easy for you because a lot of this energy is coming from our subconscious and not our conscious mind. And so we're going to be resisting it at first, but it's going to, once we give into it, it's going to be good. It's going to pay off, because when the Death card is upright, it talks about positive change for the better, change that we need. And so it's going to be something that your soul needs, whether you consciously want it or not. It's going to lead to better things and better manifestations in the future for you. And some of you with your relationship, it could be that you don't want this relationship to end, but once it does end, once you let go of that resistance, it's actually going to show you that you can get someone who treats you better, who actually deserves you. So we have the openness card here. And so again, this is telling me that the collective is really manifesting. Hold on, I'm getting a download. One moment. So I'm hearing that spirit wants me to focus on the moon here. And the moon, so this is all about cycles and it's that subconscious energy. But it's also, it's something that everyone always acknowledges the moon. Like especially when it's a full moon, everyone always is in awe of it. And so I feel like that's what's going on with your manifestations. It's like, it's going to be something so beautiful that you have to acknowledge it. And so, like I said, even though it's going to not necessarily be what we want, by the time it's over with, when we actually get it, we're going to appreciate it so much. And it's going to force us to, focus on the things that we've been taking for granted. Like I said, it's really focusing on the home energy. And so this is focusing on the people that you care about and also on yourself. It's about actually reconnecting, slowing down. And the thing about the moon is that it's all about cycles. And so it's kind of saying like this manifestation is going to show you how to slow down and appreciate the cycles of your life. And especially for some of you guys, I feel like if you have family members, especially those of you with young children, I feel like you're really being forced to slow down and appreciate them and appreciate the time you have with them, because they only grow up once. And I feel like you guys need to hear that. It's like you need to prioritize them because they're not going to be this little again. You're not going to get to relive these memories with them. And I feel like it's really important for you to appreciate the things in your life. And that's what this manifestation is doing. And it's also telling me that if you want to enhance these manifestations, if you want to work on your manifestation abilities, letting things go, letting resistance and blocks go with the full moon is going to help you. And especially like if you are resisting changes in your life and you feel like it's hindering you, I would definitely recommend letting go of your fears during the full moon, focusing your intentions on that. And then with the new moon, focus on manifesting the things you want. Focus on bringing things towards you, getting the resources you need. That's the main thing I'm hearing for the collective is utilize the things you have at your disposal. And for some of you guys, I feel like you don't realize that everyone has psychic abilities. And so you feel like things are out of your reach because you can't manifest. And what Spirit wants you to know is that everyone can manifest. Everyone can get whatever they want, and everyone has some level of psychic abilities. It's just about working on it, honing in on it, and actually learning about it and studying it where you're actually practicing it and working on it. It's the same as any other skill. If you do it long enough, you're going to be able to become really good at it, and it just takes practice. And that's what Spirit wants you to know. And that's the same with manifesting. You have to manifest and you have to believe in it, but it's not necessarily going to happen once for you. If you're blocked, if you have a lot of things that are holding you back, you're going to need to do it multiple times before you actually truly believe it on a subconscious level. Because right now, your conscious mind is fighting with your subconscious too much. What those cards are. So we have miracles and we have wonders. And yes, this is what I was talking about with this miracle card. This is about blessings in disguise and things coming in at the last moment when you least expect them. And then we have wonders. And again, that goes back to that feeling of being in awe of things in your life. And so I really feel like there's going to be a playful energy where we're reconnecting with things, we're rediscovering them. And it's like we're getting these miracles where things that we never thought we would get a chance at, or things that we never thought would actually happen, are going to happen. And we need to be open minded to that. And with the miracle card too, I am also hearing that there's going to be a lot of healing going on. I feel like as a collective, we are manifesting healing on all levels. So this is emotional, this could also be physical or mental. I really feel like it's going to be a time where we gain a lot of strength and we're overcoming a whole lot of things in our lives. And it's going to make us like feel like we're on top of the world. And it's going to make us feel like we can do whatever we want. I feel like this manifestation is like starting in the home so that it can lead to other areas of our life, where it's like once you have a good solid foundation at home where you're getting the rest, where you're taking care of yourself, then you can start to focus on your work, then you can manifest there. But you have to focus on your foundation first, and that's what the home is. It's your foundation, and then from there you can go and build the castle that you want. You can build anything you want once you have the foundation that you need. So now I'm going to go ahead and start going into the different piles. So I'm going to start with pile number 1, and that is from the Mystical Shaman Oracle, and that has the Bumblebee Jasper crystal, and it also has the Sodalite crystal. So I'll show you guys it in one moment. So this is the Bumblebee Jasper crystal, and then this is the Sodalite crystal. And so for your cards, you have card 63, the Wind. We have card 27, the Hunter reversed. The Holy Mountain, card 25 reversed. Card 7, the Child. That's upright. I almost said it was reversed. Then we have card 21, the Gatherer. And then we have card 15 reversed, the Drum. So one second, guys. Let me sit with these cards. Okay, very interesting. So I want to say first that we have the Hunter card reversed, and then we have the Gatherer. And so what this is really telling me, one, I feel like we're stepping in to that feminine energy with the cards here. And I also feel like that the reason for that is because we have the Child card here. And so the Child card, it really taps into that feminine energy because it's more free, it's more open to things, and it's kids kind of are like the best judge of characters because they're so open-minded to things, but they also see through things. And I feel like the masculine energy, because it leads more into that ego, it's more apprehensive to do that. Whereas the feminine energy, it's more intuitive, it sees all. And so I really feel like you guys are bringing in blessings where you're able to see the truth in things. And with the Hunter card being reversed, this is telling me that you guys, you're sitting with things, you're gathering the information. I feel like some of you guys, if you've been dealing with different people in your life, you are really going to be able to manifest and see their true intentions and their true colors, and you're not going to be blindsided anymore. Because I feel like a lot of you guys, you have been hurt in the past because you've ignored red flags or because you haven't seen the truth of things. And so I'm getting the sense that you guys are actually going to be manifesting, seeing the truth. And that's where it's almost like a blessing in disguise, because sometimes you want to see the truth and sometimes you don't. And so I feel like for you guys with this Holy Mountain card reversed, it's like you're on top of the mountain, but it's also like it's also making you realize like the grass isn't always greener on the other side. Like sometimes knowing everything, seeing the truth of the situation isn't what you wanted, because ignorance is bliss. And so I'm getting the sense it's like you are really going to be on top of the mountain, seeing things clearly, but it's like a double-edged sword. But with this Gatherer card too, I'm also getting the sense that you are gathering everything you need in life. Like this is your tools, this is your foundation. And whatever things you feel like you're lacking, I feel like some of you guys, you felt like you were lacking things and that you were going to have to be cutthroat to get them. And what Spirit is telling you, you are manifesting another way. You're manifesting peace and harmony and working together as a team, building people up, not tearing them down. And so I feel like some of you guys, especially tapping into that collective energy, if you were dealing with making a choice on what to do about a certain situation, on trying to get ahead or trying to get what you want, Spirit's telling you that you can do that in a peaceful way. You don't have to hurt anyone in the process. And I feel like some of you guys were debating that. But with this 100 card reversed, if you do try and hurt someone, it's going to backfire and go back to you. And especially if anyone's trying to mess with any like negative spells or things that would hurt someone, I feel like be very careful with that, because I feel like you would be hit with a return to sender, and you would end up getting bad karma for it. So definitely be aware of everything you're doing, and know that, like, just as well as you're manifesting, other people are manifesting. And so if you're doing things out of an ill intent and you're trying to hurt people, that's going to backfire on you, because manifestation is all about positive energy and attracting what you want. And so if you're putting out that lower vibrational energy, you're going to get that back in return. And then we have this win card here. And this is card 63, which is 9. And 9 is all about cycles and moving forward with things and ending them. And then we repeat everything and go back to number 1, which is starting something. And so what this is telling me is that you're manifesting an ending, but you're also manifesting, I'm trying to think of the proper words to say. It's like you're manifesting closure and endings from things, but it's almost like you're moving on to a new journey. You're moving on to a new chapter of your life. And that's where Spirit wants you to know. It's like you are going to become this child. It's like whatever you've been hurt with in the past, whatever situation you were dealing with here that's ending, you are starting over. You're the child now. And so Spirit wants you to not only end this and get closure, but it wants you to wipe the slate clean. It wants you to not hold on to that anymore. It wants you to go into things with an open mind, where you can actually see things clearly, and not that you forget them, because you've been on the mountain, you've seen everything. So it's like you're not forgetting things, but you're not holding on to them, and you're not using like one person in your life to define everyone in your life. You're seeing things for what they are. You're encountering every new situation with an open mind, where you're not holding on to it anymore. Because with this card 15, the drum reversed, this is telling me that it's like you are going to know when things aren't going correctly. Because you know how, like, in movies and stuff, how they have very like intense music when it's something that's scary or suspenseful. I feel like that's what the drum is representing. It's representing this loud noise that you're just going to know in yourself. It's going to feel like your heartbeat is beating so fast that it's not a good situation, or that something from the past is repeating itself again. And that's when you're going to know to walk away from different situations. And so I really feel like you're bringing in this manifestation and this blessing of being aware, but also not letting it define you anymore, not holding on to it anymore. Because you're the wind, you're letting things go. You're manifesting the ability to not hold on to things anymore. Because I feel like some of you guys, with that 100 card reversed, you're holding on to things too much. And so if you've been wanting to move away from things, to not have them affect you anymore, to let them go and let it stay in the past, I really feel like you're going to have that ability, or you're leveling up. Because with this holy mountain reverse, this is telling me that it's like you are also becoming your highest self. And I feel like that's really what's scary for you. It's like you're leveling up, you're changing, you're adapting. And through that, you're becoming your highest self. You're becoming a better version of yourself. And that's not always easy to do. And it's going to be something that's difficult when it's happening, because I feel like it's going to be very fearful for you. Because I feel like you don't, I feel like you're the type of person where you get very comfortable with your routines and with the things that are going on in your life. And so because it's going to be this change that's extremely drastic from what has been going on in your life before, I feel like it's going to kind of hit you all at once and be like a tower moment for you guys. Even though it's a good manifestation and a good blessing, it's going to be something that you almost wish you could go back to how things were before. And I feel like some of you guys, this is that you're opening your third eye, and you're getting psychic abilities. Because with this sodalite crystal here, it talks about like opening your third eye and getting clarity and insight onto things. And so I really feel like this energy is telling you like you are going to see things and open up your third eye, and then you can't shut your third eye again without getting so many other blocks put back on yourself. And so I really feel like it's going to be a time where you're like trying to figure out who you are and what's going on with you for you to actually be able to move on from it. I'm trying to reword that because I'm not sure if I made too much sense with that. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that you guys are going to be gaining, or not gaining, but realizing your psychic abilities. You're going to be opening up your third eye, and that's going to be very intense for some of you guys. And so this is telling me like you're manifesting that where you're leveling up, but it's going to be something that you're really resisting because it's going to be such an intense change for you guys. And so definitely make sure if you are in the process of like becoming aware of your psychic abilities, that you take care of yourself, that you really make sure that you have a good support system around you and people who have been through their spiritual awakening so that they can help guide you. And if you ever need to reach out for like any questions, feel free to hit me up and I'll help you as much as I can. I'm going to go ahead and pull some more oracle cards from the Sacred Destiny card deck. So yes, we have opportunity and release. And so like I was saying, like there's definitely this energy of you being able to manifest, releasing things, and like that wind energy, having them disappear out of your life, and you're being open to the new opportunities coming towards you. And so this is really telling me, especially if we pay attention to these colors, I'm getting the sense that a lot of this release could be happening in the fall and the spring. Yes, the fall and the spring, and I'm feeling like you guys are going to be seeing like a lot of flowers as confirmation. I feel like flowers are important for someone. That you're actually finally letting go of things. And some of you guys, I'm feeling like this is a person that you're trying to let go of, because with flowers, it's reminding me of like, he loves me not. And I feel like Spirit's kind of saying, you have to let go of this person. They're not serving you. And it's blocking you from this new opportunity where another person can enter your life, or new things can enter your life. And I feel like a lot of this is going to be happening in the winter time. So this is either going to be this current winter, and this is going to happen in this fall, or this is going to happen in the following winter time after the spring has passed. And that's just going with today's like date. Like I said, this is a timeless reading, so if you're watching this later, take it how it resonates. But I feel like this new opportunity is going to be something where I'm hearing for some of you guys, this is going to feel like a cool situation. And take cool to resonate however it does for you. But I'm getting the sense that it's going to feel like something that you thought like, it's like your ideal teenage. I'm trying to understand this download. So basically what Spirit's telling me, it's like something that you wanted like when you were around the age of a teenager is going to be reappearing, and that's going to be confirmation that this is the new opportunity that Spirit was talking about. And so it doesn't have to be like the exact energy of like, especially like if this is love, like it's not like you're going to be meeting someone who's like your high school crush who embodies that energy, but it's going to be like definitely something where there's like a reference to something when you were younger, when things were cool, and that energy of like that youthfulness. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. But I'm definitely feeling that like there's going to be a manifestation of a new opportunity after this release. And that's what Spirit wants you to know. It's like, even though you're opening up your psychic abilities and you're being aware of everyone's true intentions and things, it doesn't mean it has to hold you back, because yes, it might seem like the grass isn't always greener, but you're going to learn that by actually being aware of things, it's going to help you navigate and make the right choices for you. And once you're in alignment with yourself and you're open to the opportunities that Spirit is showing you, it's going to lead to the it's going to lead to things that are actually keeping you on alignment with yourself, and they're going to feel good. And that's kind of what Spirit's saying. It's like things are going to feel weird and off center when you're not in alignment with yourself. But once you reach that alignment, these manifestations are going to show you like how amazing your life can be. And even though you might have doubts, even though it might be scary, it's going to be really good for you, because you're going to feel so good once you finally let go of all the things that are holding you back. And so that's definitely the message Spirit has for you guys. So now I'm going to go ahead and move on to pile number 2. But if this resonated for you all who chose pile number 1, please hit subscribe. I would love to have you guys a part of this channel. This channel. Sorry, guys. So what I'm saying is, if this resonated, please hit subscribe, because I do more lives like this, and I would love to have you guys a part of this family. I couldn't speak for a moment there, but I'm going to be moving on to pile number 2, which chose the blue or quartz crystal and the opalite crystal. And so for your cards, you have the Page of Voices, 2 of Emotions, 7 of Inspiration, and 8 of Voices. Okay. And 8 of Voices was reversed, but when I was shuffling for you guys, I did hear Spirit say that reversals don't really matter in this deck, or in this reading, not this deck. But give me one moment. So I do want to say that when I first started shuffling for you guys, I felt a really good positive energy for you. I feel like there's going to be a lot of positive manifestations coming from you. And I feel like this is because currently, with this 8 of Voices, it's like you're this flashlight who's illuminating your own path. And so this is telling me like you are... Hold on, I'm getting a download. This is telling me that you are already getting messages from Spirit. I feel like Spirit is constantly around you. I feel like you guys have a very active Spirit team who was constantly trying to get your attention. I feel like they make themselves known. I feel like you guys might have had a lot of paranormal experiences, or there's just a lot of like weird things that happen around you, or you see a lot of the same numbers all the time, or there's a specific animal who follows you. But I definitely feel like that is your Spirit team trying to get your attention. And I feel like with this 7 of Inspiration card, that this is telling me that you guys have tried to ignore signs before, that you've tried to not listen to things, that you've tried to do things your own way. But you tried to do it in a way where you weren't always on track with where you're meant to go. And I feel like no matter what you do, you have never been able to fight the path that's actually meant for you. And I feel like deep down, you guys know that. And I feel like you finally started to accept it. Or if you haven't, this is going to be the time when you start to accept it. Like this manifestation that's coming towards you is going to make you accept it, because you have the Page of Voices here. And so this is telling me that it's like, you want to get good things, but you also are very analytical with them. You like to hear everything, because with voices, this is all about like actually listening to things. This is typically the swords and traditional tarot. And so that's the mind. And like she has with her glasses, it's like really like being smart and like putting these glasses on and actually like reading the fine print of things. And I feel like that's what you guys like to do. You like to be extremely logical. And I feel like that's where these manifestations have held you back. Not the manifestations holding you back, but I feel like you've been held back from the manifestations, because it's like you've been blocked trying to do what's logical and what makes sense for you. And that's what's been like holding you back, because deep down, you know what you need to do, but you've been denying it. And that's why it feels like the walls are closing in on you, because you're not listening to this light that's right behind you. And with this 2 of Emotions, this is definitely telling me that some of you guys, you are bringing in love, but this is also feeling like you're meeting your soul family, your soul tribe. You're connecting with them. You're finding like-minded people who can relate to you. I really feel like you are becoming balanced with yourself. And I feel like some of you guys too, this is balancing your masculine and your feminine energy. Like you're really coming into who you are, and being focused on that. I feel like these manifestations and blessings that you're bringing towards you, it's like finally admitting that you can't resist and fight this path that you're meant to go down anymore. I really feel like you've been resisting for so long, and this is finally going to be a moment where it's like you can't anymore. And that's kind of the message that in the collective reading I had picked up on, where it's like you're going to be forced into this path regardless if you like it or not. Like spirit's been showing you that you can't be so over analytical over things. You have to follow what you actually want, because it's like down here you have the girl who's like dancing in the mountains and stuff, she's free, whereas you have yourself here, but that's causing a spiral and like a whole bunch of confusion in your mind because you're denying who you are down here. And that's what spirit's saying. It's like just because you keep resisting it doesn't mean that you can stop it forever. If you're meant to do something, you're going to do it. It might take you longer, but you're not going to hold off forever, because you're going to be unhappy if you do. I'm going to go ahead and pull from the other deck now and see what other messages I get. So we have simplicity. And so this is telling me, I've been hearing a lot recently, like sometimes like the simplest answer is the best answer. And so that's what I feel like spirit's telling you, that it's like just because you've been wanting to resist it or you haven't been giving into it, sometimes giving into things is the simplest answer. It's going to be the thing that's easiest for you. And like how you have this feather here, the feather isn't saying I have to fall to the ground and just drops down. The feather, gravity's pulling it down, but it goes with the wind. It blows wherever it's pushed. And that's what I feel like you need to do. Quit being so logical with things and allow yourself to be open to this balance that comes with allowing yourself to pick the simple option. And it's not saying that you have to be simple minded or like you can't do the things you want to do, but it's saying like if things aren't going your way with these manifestations, you're going to keep having issues arise in your life to push you onto the right course of action. So when you give into allowing this simplicity to take over your life, that's allowing the manifestations of the blessings of the balance to come into your life. And I feel like that's what spirit wants you to know. Like you can keep resisting, you can keep not giving into it, you can keep trying to outrun your manifestations, but it's not going to ever stop. These challenges that you're facing, you're manifesting them because you, on a subconscious level, you're not on the right path. And so until you write your course and you go on the path that you're supposed to, things are going to be difficult. You're going to be faced with the walls closing in on you, because that's what you're manifesting if you don't allow yourself to go with the flow of things. Because right here we have water, where it's water like suspends you and it allows you to be more fluid with things. And then you have the wind. So we have two elements here showing you that you need to just go with things, that you can't resist them anymore. And that's really what spirit wants you to like remember. Being simple and going with a simple answer is going to help you. And this is also talking about like when you have an issue that arises, overcoming it, the simplest answer is going to be what you need to do. And especially those of you who are dealing with a problem right now, I feel like spirit's saying you're overthinking it. And so what you're manifesting right now is the simple answer. And you're manifesting the simple answer for everything. And now it's just your job. You're bringing in the answer. All you have to do is accept it and use it. That's what I'm hearing from spirit. It's like spirit's around you constantly. They've been giving you the messages. You've been manifesting everything you need. Now it's your job to become aware of it and accept the manifestations. That's what your block has been this whole time. It's not been that you can't manifest. It's been that you haven't been acknowledging what you have manifested. And so the moment that you accept it and that you say you're ready for it, you're going to be able to transform your life and get this balance that you've been needing. And you're going to feel so much happier about everything. And I feel like that's what you want, because I feel like you have a very positive energy, and it's just something that you haven't really like fully tapped into. It's like you've been keeping this positive energy, but you've also allowed negative situations to kind of pull you down. And now what Spirit's saying, it's like you're manifesting your way out of it. You're manifesting this change, and all you got to do is just hold on to it. So it seems like it's going to be really positive for you guys. So I'm really happy for you. And like I said, when I was originally polling, it felt like it was going to be a super positive message for you. So now I'm going to go ahead and go on to pile number 3. And like I said, for everyone who watched pile number 1, if this resonated, please hit subscribe, because I would love to have you guys a part of this family. And I'm going to be posting more lives each week, and I also am going to be posting other pre-recorded videos each week as well. And so now for pile number 3, so we have this orange aura quartz, and then we have this the citrine crystal here. So I'm going to put these off to the side. And then for your cards, so you have the Page of Coins reversed, the Lover's card, 8 of Wands, and King of Wands. So let's see. So with the Lover's card and all the wand energy I'm picking up, I'm sensing some of you guys are actually manifesting new love into your life. I feel like it's going to be something that's very quick, and not like necessarily like quick, like the relationship wise, but I mean like it's going to be something that you're bringing in very quickly into your life. Like you were manifesting it fast. I also feel like with this King of Wands, they could be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, but I'm also sensing that they might I feel like they have a very masculine energy. Now they can be like, this isn't talking about gender, but it's just talking about their energy. I feel like they're more in sync with masculine energy. I'm getting the sense though that this is going to be something that you have to be aware of. They have the potential to hurt you, not in like a purposeful way, but in a way where you two, this manifestation might be a lesson, and it might not be like your soulmate, if that makes sense. Some of you guys, it could be, but it definitely is picking up on the energy of like, this is going to be something you have to learn from. Now, if you learn from it in a positive way and you both work out whatever spirits bring you together for, it's going to be good. You can actually have something long-term. But I feel like a lot of you guys, you're this Page of Coins here, and this card is reversed. And so this is telling me it's like you still have a long way to go when it comes to growing up and maturing. And getting where you want to be. And I feel like this person, they have a more mature energy. And for some of you guys where this isn't a relationship, I feel like this is just going to be a person who comes into your life, or a situation that comes into your life, where it's going to be a very like bold, intense energy, or it forces you to grow up quickly. And I feel like that's why this manifestation is going to be something that you need on a subconscious level, but it's not necessarily something you want, just because I don't feel like this is going to be the easy type of manifestation. It doesn't feel so much like it's a manifestation where it's like you get exactly what you want. This is a manifestation where it's like you grow and you level up, and then you get the manifestations you want. But this first manifestation in itself is just helping you get there. It's almost like I'm getting the sense that with these cards, especially with the Page of Coins reverse, that this is like you're manifesting, and it's like, let's say hypothetically, like you want to manifest like $5,000. Instead of getting the $5,000, this is forcing you to learn how you can hold yourself accountable to get the $5,000. So the next time you manifest to get the money, you're going to have the willpower and the drive to go out and get the money. And so this is going to be lesson after lesson, forcing you to grow up, and so that you learn what your willpower is. I hope that makes sense. That's kind of what I'm picking up from spirit. It's like this is a manifestation where it's going to come in quick and you're going to get it exactly like what your subconscious is telling you. It's just not what your conscious mind is really wanting. And I feel like that's where there's going to be a lot of resistance. I definitely feel like, though, this is going to be a good time for you to learn to deal with your ego. And that's what it is. Your conscious ego doesn't really want this, but your subconscious, the part of you that knows that you need to heal and to grow up, is manifesting it because it knows you need it. And so it's going to force you to look at your ego, look at your shadow self, and really analyze like what it is about this situation that has been not addressed before. Like, what is preventing you from maturing and leveling up and moving on from this situation? Some of you guys too, with the Lover's card, this could be a past lover that you're dealing with, where you haven't fully healed or moved on from them. And I feel like some of you guys, you're going to end up like reconnecting with them and like kind of getting shown by spirit like, oh, you still have a lot of things you have to address and heal, whether with this person like together or with yourself. Like, you need to heal from this person. And so I definitely feel like some of you guys are going to be running into exes, or some of you guys, I feel like this could be work related, where you're running into old coworkers or your old boss or someone that you had to fire, and you're going to have to deal with that situation. But I feel like this is going to be definitely a manifestation where you just keep running into people from your past until you learn the lesson. And I feel like some of you guys have a lot of things that you might need to own up for or apologize for, and that's where you need to grow up and mature. And I feel like the reason why you're learning this lesson through people in your life, I feel like you need to learn how to move past this mental block so you can manifest more mature relationships. And like I said, it doesn't have to be romantic relationships, but it's going to be relationships with people, with connections with people, friendships, family, any type of relationship. I really feel like you're growing and maturing those by learning from this lesson. And so this manifestation is that learning lesson, is growing and learning from it so that you can address and heal that block and actually be able to form a deeper connection. And then you can manifest the friendship, the love, the reconnection that you want with someone. Okay. So you have action, forgiveness, and voyage. And so I'm going to start with this forgiveness card because, like I was saying, some of you guys, this is like actually addressing things you have done in the past that you need forgiveness for, but it could also be healing and forgiving someone else and not holding that grudge against them. And so I definitely feel like there's going to be encounters from things in your past. I definitely feel like this is going to be a time where you are learning a lot and healing from your past, and that's what you're manifesting. And I feel like a lot of you guys, you could be manifesting this forgiveness into your life or manifesting the acceptance of someone else forgiving you. And that's definitely something to be aware of, because we also have the action card and the voyage card. And so with this voyage card, this talks about travel, but see how it's like a whale who's like in the sky and also like right above the ocean at the same time. Like, this doesn't have to be a physical voyage. Like a whale can't actually fly in the sky as much as they might want to. They can't. It's not realistic. And so this is telling me that it's like, that's the same with this manifestation. This is talking about a voyage, but it's not like an actual voyage. Like, it doesn't have to be like physical travel, but it's travel of your soul, of your higher self, and just like your energy moving and transmuting and changing. And that's what I feel like you're manifesting. You're manifesting this travel of your soul where you are growing up, where you're maturing, and where you're going on an energetic I'm trying to describe it into words. Like, you're going on, it's like your energy is healing. It's letting go. It's becoming lighter. It's not holding this burden anymore. And especially because like whales are heavy, they're not, it's a lot of weight to be carrying with you. And see how like this whale, even though it's big, it has this other whale like kind of attached to it on strings. And I feel like this has a couple different messages. I feel like this has a message where it's like you guys, you're holding on to this weight, onto this burden that you don't need anymore. And so this lesson is coming into your life to have you take that burden away from you. But it's also about like, I feel like it's like almost like a puppet on strings. And when I was pulling your cards, this energy for you guys felt like some of you guys were really ungrounded, like you were a bit all over the place, and like spirit had a couple of different messages for all of you. And so I'm getting the sense that it's like some of you, it's like you're a puppet on strings, where it's like you want to mature, you want to grow up, but you don't have the tools on how to do it. You don't know what to do. And so I feel like this manifestation is coming into your life. It's going to be some sort of mentor, some sort of guidance for you on how you can change, on how you can grow up. And so I feel like some of you guys, this isn't going to be as negative as some of you are fearing. I feel like some of you guys, like it's like you want the help, you want to grow, but you haven't felt like you've been able to. And like you also, I feel like it's easy for you to go onto defense mode a lot. And so it's like you want to heal, but you also don't want to feel like you're being attacked. And that's what you're trying to find balance with. And that's what you're going to manifest with this lesson, is learning how to take accountability without like throwing yourself under the bus, without feeling like everything was your fault. I feel like you're learning the balance, that everything in life, there's always two sides to every story. And that's what you're learning. It's like you can take accountability for what you've done, and it doesn't negate anything that was done to you. And it's like you're really becoming the bigger person, and you're overlooking things where you're letting them go because you're taking the action in your life. I really feel like this manifestation is going to be you bringing this action into your life, where yes, you have this quick energy and it forces you to mature, but then from there you get to take the proper actions. You get to actually solve the issues in your life, to solve issues with people, and to solve the lack of connection with the people in your life, or the future connections you want. I really feel like you're going to stop letting things just happen to you. And because of this manifestation, you're going to learn how to take control of your life, how to regain that power, and how to actually be able to know what you're doing, be aware of everything, and stop things from getting out of hand, and stop feeling like the victim in everything. Because even though you might be a victim in certain situations, I feel like you have also played that role because it's something that your ego feels is easier. But what your spirit team wants you to know is like, just because it seems easier, in the long term, you're creating burdens and blocks on yourself. And so now you have to go back and undo all this work that you did and get rid of those blocks. And that's what your higher self wants you to know. It's like, yeah, that might have felt good in the moment, but in the long term, you have all this healing you have to do. You don't want to keep doing that all over again. Spirit wants you to address this once, heal it once, and then stop doing it. Don't keep holding on to those old patterns and behaviors anymore, because that is only going to keep hurting you. And so by taking action, this manifestation is forcing you to grow up so that you don't make the same mistakes anymore, that you can actually live a better life that feels more positive, that doesn't feel so negative anymore, because now you know how to be vulnerable. Now you know how to heal things and how to move forward with people and how to work things out. You're not holding on to the negative side of things anymore, where you're the one causing problems, or where you're allowing the problems to overcome you and make you feel bad about yourself. You're really learning how to become your best self, where it's like you try and be balanced, like almost like the King of Cups energy, where you try and keep the peace in everything. And if you can't, then you let the situation go, but you don't sabotage things anymore, is really what I'm hearing. And so I feel like it's going to be a really good maturing time for you. It's just going to be something that you do resist a little bit because your ego isn't ready to let go of it, but your subconscious is. And so once you let go of that block of resistance, I feel like you're going to feel so much better. And I feel like this is really going to allow you to start a new chapter of your life, where you really get to connect with people, and where your current relationships end up flourishing, because you're not letting your mind get in the way anymore. You're actually opening up and being emotionally available and vulnerable with them. And so just like all the other piles, if this resonated, definitely hit subscribe. Like I said earlier, I'm going to be posting a lot more lives and videos each week, and I would love to have you guys a part of this family. And so that's where I'm going to leave today's live stream, and I'll see you all in my next video. Have a good one. Bye.